Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Aha. Wow.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's good.
Let me do it that way. When they join. Okay. Nice to see everybody. Hey, Peter.
Nice to be here.
That was a nice call today we had, Peter, didn't it? Wasn't it?
Wasn't that great? Woo!
Yeah, I'm just going to put people on mute, so feel free to unmute yourself. Because I can't tell who's the person making it a little noisy. But yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and say hello. I was referring to Peter and I had a demo today for some real social media giants, a husband and wife team. One of those moments where you're a little intimidated. You go like, it's not a case of whether our platform is going to be good or not. We have the confidence in that, but is it going to fit their needs? Are they going to see the vision? Or when we say what our vision is and how they would use it, would they go, I'm sorry, you don't really quite understand what we do? And so all those doubts, just so you know, whether it's you guys doing a meeting for the first time or me doing one for the 119th time, right? We sometimes go through the same moments, right? I'm only sharing the story because they loved it. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell you the story. But so it was a great experience. And so we had a good time today.
I'm glad you said that because I was intimidated and never would have dawned on me that you were intimidated.
Yeah. It's that combination of not fear, right? But such respect for people who are very successful at what they do that very few other people can do well and do over a long period of time. And I think that's one of the things that's always important to be is know when to be the student and know when to be the teacher. And today was one of those moments where I felt I was going to go back and forth on that. And speaking to Peter and Cheryl, who was asking about on the rewards page about how sometimes your enrollment bonus disappears, and I was buying dinner with it. Well, the truth is I wasn't buying dinner with it, but it's all the filtering. If you check on the dates and the category. And so we may have a special training on that since they just informed me of that. And Ray probably has it figured out already. But I'm saying, so the money's not disappearing. It's just disappearing from view based on the dates and the category of what you're looking at.
So a question about that. So if that's the case, so let's say there's $50 in there on Thursday. And then on Friday, there's $25 in there. It had to do with when the calendar changed because I didn't know.
Correct.
But right. Then when you go to transfer to the bank, it's not. So is that correct?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to have them come on, to do a training to show that because I'm not sure. But they started to inform me of that it was more of a filtering than the money's in the vapor,
Oh, good. Excellent. Good news.
Okay. So for those of you that weren't, go ahead, Cheryl. I'm sorry.
I went back to the dates. Like I know that you have to have a date. So I went back to March and put in March 1st through April 25th through the date. It still didn't show up.
Also remember there's also 3 categories, right? Enroller money, right? Differential money and royalty overrides. Make sure also you have to click on the right category. So so again, if we're right, and that's the answer, that would be great. If we're wrong, I'm committed tomorrow to bringing on the team. Either tell them we're wrong or tell them we're wrong, right? It's
telling me I can't. It says you don't have anything to transfer. Yeah. That's what it's telling me.
So that's why I'm saying tomorrow. I'll give him one day to figure that out. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead,
thanks.
Michael. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just finished a session with Ray. What I'm noticing is when he goes to the standard screen, look, the red bar goes across. It goes to like 3/4 of the ways, but I get a white screen. It doesn't load. But if he goes to interactive, it loads right away. And then we go back to standard, then it kind of just goes away. So we checked our security settings and everything and privacy and pretty matched everything, but Ray has, and but I'm still seeing the issue. I'm trying to see if Firefox would actually work better. I know in the beginning when I was doing stuff with Steve Gregg, it was fine. Then all of a sudden, the standard, that first page, that standard mode, I was trying to load, but it didn't load all the way. So we're still trying to figure that out.
And which browser do you use?
Chrome.
Chrome? Yeah, then I'm not quite sure what the issue is, because that's the one that I use, and I never have a challenge. And you're saying it's the same on any website, so it's not tied uniquely to one particular website?
No, not that I know of. Normally everybody's sharing that first page again. Standard,
Okay.
no, it doesn't load. Interactive, it loads right away.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get you, we'll book an appointment with the team to go through it. But sometimes, it's interesting to try another browser just to see. The other browsers I use is, like you said, Firefox and Opera I use as my secondary ones. Just tell me, just try it, see if it's a difference, but we'll still schedule a meeting. Maybe you need to, clear out the browsing and the cache on your Chrome if you tried that as well.
Yeah, I think I did that on a regular. That's done on a regular basis. So, yeah, I don't think it's that. I know there was we allowed camera and microphone for everything on the pitch websites. So I don't think that's an issue there.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
I'm just going to blame Ray. That's all. Makes it easy.
It's only happening to Michael. It's not happening to his guest.
Well, that's I deal with all the technical issues. So, but we find them and we fix them. That's what we do.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Michael. We'll see if we can figure it out. Before I kind of start tonight, does anyone today have anything in particular they want me to go through today to cover?
Yes.
Good. I always like when somebody wants something. It's the question I actually want you to say yes to.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. Could you talk about the whiteboard?
Well, whiteboard we have in version 1. We don't have that yet built over into version 2. That's one of the few features we don't have. So that'll be something we'll do. But right now, if there's a couple of third-party websites you can log into, like Micro is the one that we actually use, that we built into the system, that you can use in between until we integrate it over into version 2. It's called Micro, M-I-C-R-O, whiteboard.
Okay.
And you can so that's the nice part, is sometimes we have cheats, when the website itself offers those kind of functionalities, you get to use just the website, make it easier, as opposed to getting it through us. Right.
And then
that was
Steve
that was too easy. You're not letting me off the hook that easy.
I got more. Hey, I was talking to someone and maybe I didn't understand their question. If we have co-hosts and so then we turn on the feature where it's interactive. So like you were using the, like you always use the State Farm screen as an interactive screen to look at. So if a person, and let me try to say this right. So it's interactive and now I have 5 people on and because I use my link. And so now they can see my website and they can get logged on and they can make a purchase.
So let me back up 1 second. Let me back up,
Okay.
make sure we're in the right process, right? If you're going to use, let's say you're going to partner with people, like 5 other people in your same company. Remember, you have to, that's one of the few things you have to set up before the meeting starts. That can't happen on the fly, right?
Okay.
So, and again, I'll just, for those that are brand new, let me just quickly go there to show you what I mean by that. Okay. So I'm logging into my meeting. And remember, I always have an option right here to start an instant meeting and share a link and I'm good to go, right? Or this is the link that I would put in my Calendly and let my Calendly schedule my meetings, which is what I do, as opposed to having a link for every single meeting I do, right? So I let Calendly, I just copy and paste my link and I put that in Calendly and let it do it. But if I want our system, like a Zoom system, to schedule a meeting, the only thing I have to do is make sure I title it, right? I write the description, It's going to go out in the email. I choose the day and the time and the suggested length for the guests. You're not limited to that. It won't cut you off, but the guests will know how long they should book for you. Do you want it to be a recurring meeting? Do you want to have a waiting room or a broadcast? All that stuff, just like Zoom, you'd set up ahead of time. And here's the point, Gail, where you'd have to pay attention, right? So if it's just you, you can hit a standard meeting and it'll start like we did today. We're just on video camera. I wasn't sharing it. At any time I want, I could bring up any website in the world almost and make it interactive. Okay. That's just me and my guests. And it's really simple. But since I'm going to have 5 people that I want to make sure that they get credit for the sale or the enrollment, if they're meeting people, I'm going to pick an interactive meeting. When I pick an interactive meeting, I want to pick on my co-hosts. This is where I'm going to set it up. And if I've ever set them up before, well, first thing, I'm sorry, is I may have more than one opportunity that I'm in. So like Healy's another company, Pitch is a company. I'm going to pick my website, my own personal website, because I'm inviting my guests, right? And then I'm going to pick the people who also have a similar website to me with their own URL. If I've ever set them up before, I don't have to do it again. All I have to do is check their names. So Harry's going to be thrilled. I'm doing the meeting. I'm going to send him a link. Same thing for Jacqueline. Same thing for my cousin with the same name as me. Okay. Now let's say there's a couple of new people I've never set up before. I don't know their replicated website. Normally this would be the point where I'd go, Pitch isn't such a good idea. I got to start calling people and saying, what's your URL? You know, okay, that'll be, yeah, right. That'll work. So instead, we made it really simple. All you have to know is their first name, last name, and email. And then for your own purposes, since you may work more than one opportunity, you want to remember what company that you're working with them. And you can do this one time. You can do this 99 times. If you have it organized in a CSV file, you can upload it and create as many invite links as you want when you're in our pro plan. And then as soon as you hit save, right, and I go back here, I'm going to hit continue because those are all the people I want to do it with, right? I decided I want to add another one, okay? And I hit continue. And now these are the links, including my own. And here's what happens when I hit create link. They're going to get an email from the company that says Gail's doing a meeting Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Here's the actual invite link that we want to make sure you use to invite all of your guests so you get credit for the sale through your replicated website or affiliate site. To activate it, all you have to do is type in your URL or ID number that goes with your site, and you're good to go right away. And then you'll see right here, create the links. The email just went out. And I'm done. So now think about it. I created 4 invite links for 4 people, and I created an invite link for myself. Now all those guests come to my meeting, and I'm very excited. Right? Oh, somebody. Let me hit the mute button again. I hear myself. Second here. Okay, that should be better. So now I'm doing my meeting, and anytime I bring up my replicated website, I'm bringing up everybody's replicated website. My guests don't know that. So I'm actually controlling, in this case, 5 websites at the same time. And when I go to the home page, when I go to the pricing page, I'm turning everyone's website. It looks like one website to them because it's a replicated website, but actually I'm turning 5 websites at the same time. So when those customers go to pay, they're actually going to pay on the website that they were attached to when they were invited by that affiliate, right? And so that way we can't screw it up. You can't screw it up. And you don't have to manage five websites or 20 websites or 90 sites. As long as you're managing your own, Gail, you're managing everybody else's at the same time. When you make it interactive and the people can go anywhere they want, they can only go anywhere they want within the bubble of that website. They can't get out of the website. So that's why it's completely safe. Does that make sense? Oh, you're on mute. Gail, I muted everyone because I was hearing myself.
Okay, so when you make it interactive where they can go anywhere on their own and maybe sign what they want to do. Now if they get stuck somewhere.
Somebody keeps doing that. Try that again. Sorry, Levon, it's you. I think I'm going to mute you if you don't mind. If you can stay on mute for me. Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead. Gail.
Okay, so if
Gail,
once
okay.
you make it
good.
interactive, Steve, once you make it interactive, Steve, so that they go in and sign up or purchase or whatever, but say they get stuck. Say I ask them, they're filling out a form and they get stuck. I can take the controls and go through the process. Like I can pull up the screen and I can ask them where they got.
Yeah,
They
so
can-
you can take control and show them your blank page, right? And you can ask them, show me where you got stuck, right? You can't see, now the only way you can see their screen, and it's their choice, if you stop sharing the interactive, they can share screen and they'll share their sign up page, but everyone else can see it, you know, so they'll see their personal information if they want. So you stop sharing the interactive, they do screen share on the bottom, and their page with what they're filling out will show up and you can actually see it and guide them. We're actually going to be adding that feature where, pretty soon, where you'll be able privately, even though there's 500 people on, if you want to have a one-on-one private moment with somebody, show me your screen, no one else can see it and I can do it. We're going to have that collaborative feature as well. And the reason we're doing that is we found that there's many people, like especially in insurance, where they're an older person, they can't see the screen. And they really want someone to fill it out for them as they dictate the information. And so that's why it's important that we both have, two people have visibility to be able to do that. So in that case, you will have to apologize to the other 498, keep them busy, you know, but it's, but again, 90% of your meetings are only with a few people and one-to-one, and they'll appreciate that you can help the other person, I'm sure. But that's, and that only comes from really using the platform. Right. That's when you kind of realize, oh, we need this feature, right? Because I'm working with people, I'm trying to close them out. But so, yeah, as soon as you have your first co-host meeting, you'll run it the same as if you're the only host. You'll really do that in terms of the functionality and controls. You don't have to learn a whole new process because there's 5 other co-hosts on in that sense.
Okay.
The only thing you'll say to people, you just can't be interactive and have them share the screen at the same time. We actually can, but it may be confusing for you. Our technology will allow you to have an interactive website up and also have another screen open that shares the screen. I just got that confirmation today that that we can do that again. We were able to do that in version 1. We weren't able to do that in version 2, but now we can do that. It's one of the things we transferred over today.
Okay, so to keep it for me and not use my eyes are take control up. Make it not interactive, bring up my screen.
No, let them, well, I'm saying, make it not interactive, right?
Okay.
Let them share the screen of the page that they're working on so you can see their screen. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
That's one way that's the easiest way. The other way to do it is you take control of the screen in the interactive mode, click standard, taking control, and then you'll bring up to the same page, the order form page that they're filling out. And you can say, is this the screen you're working from? And they'll say, yes. Okay. Where in this form are you having the problem? Which one don't you understand? You know, because it'll say name, right? Last name. Yours will be blank, but you can say to them, show me, you know, tell me which line are you having problem with? So I could see the same thing of doing it. So there's 2 ways to do it. They can share their actual screen, or you can take control and bring up the screen that they're working from, even though it won't have their information until we can do the collaboration.
Thank you.
Okay. No, good question. Okay. Anyone else have anything special they want me to go over today? Okay. Then I want to share a couple of things with you guys. By the way, we have a hard out today at 4:30 because I've got a meeting at 5 that I have to prepare for. So I do want to apologize in advance for that. But last night on Tuesday nights, we do our business opportunity presentation, which is whatever business you're in, it's more about how our product can help support your business as well as use us as a business. And there was a couple of things that surprised me yesterday and a couple of things that maybe I wanted to share with you. And let me see if I have it here. So, halfway during the meetings, after I'm finished wearing people out with my blabbing and showing all our websites, right, we always love to introduce other people and have those testimonials. And the first testimonial, which I'll only play for you, it's like 30 or 40 seconds, is a guy who's been doing Zooms for years with a large team of people. And we hit him at a point where he was having a terrible experience with Zoom. He was trying to convince other people to switch over to Pitch, and they were like, no one knows what Pitch is. I don't know if it's really going to, if people are going to be comfortable with it. And because their Zoom experience was so bad, he got them to do it. And here's what happened.
We used Zoom for the webinar, and it was horrible. People couldn't see the screen. It was unclear. I'd gotten a new MacBook, and I guess the Zoom capabilities weren't hot to trot with my new MacBook software. So people were, and we had 258 people live, and people were complaining the entire time. The screen is blurry. We can't see anything. We can't see what you're talking about. Like, great. So my team was very resistant to use Pitch because they said, people know what Zoom is. I'm like, yeah, but look at what happened. So let's use Pitch. So 3 days later, we did a live replay. We had 158 people on live, and it was crystal clear. And then at the end, we used the interactive feature so people could enroll in the program. We did $78,000 in sales. And that with the
Right? So if somebody ever said to you that the last time they did a webinar, they did $78,000 in verified sales in real time, the next time someone says, I'm good with Zoom, I don't see the difference. Okay. Everyone should have that testimonial in that, right? Because that literally is the explanation, Gail, that ties into what you say. Why should someone learn how to do a co-host link, right? He didn't do $78,000 in sales by himself. He did it with his team. And so that's why I thought it was perfect timing to play something that goes right to your question. For those that go, I don't know if I'm ever going to use that. It sounds complicated. $78,000 sounds a lot simpler to me than it did the day before, to do that perspective, right? The other thing that I showed people, it was our special guest, which I know people got it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll certainly play just a few seconds. Again, I think it's just a great tribute to how our platform is able to do justice to somebody who does justice for so many other people, right?
The first time I uttered the words, "I have a dream," I realized I had made a mistake. I should have said, "We have a dream." I didn't give people the dream of freedom. I merely gave them a voice for the pathway to achieve it. I see a dream here at Pitch. Pitch rings loud and true for many of you for different reasons. For some, it's financial freedom. For others, it's the freedom to be on the leading edge of transformation for virtually every business in any language from any mountaintop or corner of the world. And I can see that many of you have locked arms and have started going down this journey of change together. And if I can, let me give you some advice. And
again, I don't want to play it, but every time I watch it, I still get a kick out of it, right? From that point.
Hey, Steve, I didn't mention it last night, but I was there live at the Washington Mall and heard that's the actual speech live when I was a kid.
Wow. Amazing, right? So
Can we get
there'll be yeah, I could actually put that. Let me put that in the chat for you guys. Hold on one second here. Give me a second. Let me get back to it.
They also sent it out last night on the Pitch Success Academy WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, but just in case, it'll be right here in the chat as well. And like I say, it's not about, trying to put on a show. It's trying to show you what the capabilities of the platform. And if I could unleash the creativity in you, and I get to show that, on Thursdays or Wednesdays, the videos that you guys do and create. It makes us a better platform and makes us a better community. So that is the point of doing those creative ones. Levon, did you have a question? Levon, how are you, my friend?
Oh, I am well. Thank you for asking. Actually, I just a little late getting on, trying to juggle two hats today. But,
That's okay. We're just glad you're here.
okay, glad to be here. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
And the video there is very interesting. I'm gonna make sure I get more time.
I'm saying
to listen to it.
watch the whole thing, because it sometimes there is those moments where there's something more to learn than just how to do pitch, right?
Yes.
And he had a few things to say that I just kind of paraphrased into a way that makes sense. So it's not about him endorsing pitch, it's about endorsing his vision for moving people forward in life. And that's really what we want to do, so I once did a Michael Jordan one where we said we want to be like Mike, but I think I'd rather be like Martin, to tell you the truth, right?
Yes, I would too.
Right. So does anyone else have anything else? With 5 minutes to go, I'm happy to share. Like I say, if you guys haven't had a chance, go back into the AI avatar section. We made some changes in there to make it a better UX. You no longer have to go, after you create an avatar, into my recordings. When you send it, it won't say talking photo to your customers anymore. You can create the thumbnails, the times, all the good stuff right there when you create the AI avatar, just so you know that. Okay. But otherwise, again, I apologize for cutting you guys short today, but today's only Wednesday, so I get to see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow, again, I promise to give you an answer on the rewards, even though Ray will probably have an answer before this meeting is over, right? For us. But all right, everybody, have a great day. Thank you so much. Unless anyone has any more questions, countdown is on.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Steve.
much.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.